Alright guys, so I have another battle with that silly Fulham guy, and yeah, he's actually going to bring a theme team, so I'm going to bring a few Pokemon I really don't really, I mean, it's technically an OU battle, but I'm going to bring a few Pokemon I am not really super fond of, slash, haven't used a lot, so while my team, it looks a bit good, I am going to try a few new things, since I know that his team is, not very OU at all, so, yeah, that's the, thing, that's what we're doing. So Fulham leads with Lil, who, guys, if you followed my, Vietnamese Crystal team, his team should look very familiar. In fact, it is exactly my Vietnamese Crystal Nuzlocke team, with the exception of this, which is not a Rhydon like it was in that. It's a Rhyperior, which is Rhydon's, other form. Well, a new form as of Gen 4. But yeah, he's going to cheat and use that, but that's okay. Either way, I totally forgot this thing at Ice Punch, which was not very good because, yeah, it's Solid Rock means it doesn't take that much damage from the Earthquake, and then it kills me, so that was not very good. I'm not really a fan of Mega Garchomp in general. In fact, I think it's pretty much inferior to regular Garchomp, but I've pretty much never used it, really, so I wanted to use it, and as you can see, I should still probably never use it. So, yeah, he goes into Cosby, which is, the Tentacruel I used, and, yeah, it's a pretty good play because I just go for a close combat. I still get some nice damage, though, and, looking at his team, I'm hoping to get some nice, well, pretty much some, nice plays, nice damage with my Heracross in general, since it is a Choice Scarf Heracross with Moxie. So he's just going to go for the Scald. Thankfully, it does not burn Gyarados. And yeah, I'm just going to try to set up a Dragon Dance. I know that he can burn with Scald, and I'm just hoping that it doesn't happen. Because the Tentacruel, I'm hoping I can take out with Gyarados. And I know it's somewhat of a risk, but that is my thought process. He goes for another Scald, still no burn. And at this point, I figure I need to take damage now, because eventually he is going to get a burn. I'm just going to go for a Stone Edge. Sadly, this Gyarados doesn't have Earthquake. I really should have Earthquake on this Gyarados instead of Stone Edge, but yeah, Stone Edge likes to miss. Fortunately for me, it doesn't miss there. I do get some damage, and looking at his health, if he doesn't burn me, I should be able to take care of it with Waterfall. He does get the crit, but not the burn. And, yeah, that's fine, because it really doesn't do anything anyway. And I'm just going to go for the Waterfall, hoping to kill. It is stab, but not very effective. Hoping to take it out, and I do indeed. So it was a good play by me to not risk the Stone miss. And, yeah, that's going to take out Tentacruel, as I munch on my leftovers a little bit more. Because, you know, they're delicious as he goes into Niles the Dragonite. And I already have one Dragon Dance, so I'm thinking I might be able to beat this thing, even if it does Dragon Dance, but there you go. There is the Stone miss. And that really does hurt, because it gives him a free Dragon Dance, so now we're at the same level. I'm still faster, I get the Stone Edge off, but due to Marble Scale, it's not going to be able to quite kill. And he actually has weakness policy, which is disgusting. If only I got that first Stone Edge hit, oh man. But now this thing is scary as hell. It has plus, what is it, plus 3 attack, I think, plus 2 speed, and yeah, this thing is definitely scary. He goes for the Dragon Claw, just is going to kill my Gyarados. I should have actually went into Clefable here, knowing that he'd probably go for a Dragon move, and but I would have been screwed either way. But yeah, he just goes for the Earthquake and his Extra Drill. I was kind of hoping he was not one of the ones that had that, I guess. I don't know. I was hoping I think I was hoping he was 2-move Dragonite with Extreme Speed and Dragon Claw, but I guess not. Anyway, fortunately for me, he apparently did not notice my balloon and tries to use Earthquake against my Heatran. And then I burned him, so there you go. At least he's able to make a mistake. And with the burn, it's not really going to do that much, especially with the resistance. And while he is able to pop my hot air balloon, I am going to just set up my Stealth Rocks now, and knowing that he's probably going to go back to Earthquake, try to finish my Heatran, I go out into Heracross, which does have the resistance, and should be able to take it pretty nicely. And yeah, I do take the Earthquake okay, and the Dragonite is going to die to his own burn, so that is very good for me. Like I said, I think I went to Extra Trail earlier, hoping that it was just a 2-attack Dragonite without Earthquake or Fire Punch, because a lot of times the Dragonite can also carry Roost, so I don't know. Either way, he goes into Suicune, and I really can't afford to stay in because I can't one-shot this thing. It is super bulky, and yeah, I go into Clefable knowing it's pretty much my only chance. The Suicune actually does really scare me. I have nothing to really super affect it, and I know it's probably, you know, one of those Calm Mind or Rest stall sets, like they all are, basically. And pretty much my only chance is to beat it in its own game, which is a Calm Mind, you know, stall fest. And yeah, that's pretty much all I can do. Now, keep in mind, when I was battling this, it was on my stream, my Twitch live stream. It was one of the live challenges. So, I'm trying to entertain the chat, too. And apparently I suck at counting. And I also got confused because this thing has pressure. So when I looked at Calm Mind, I forgot that Suicune had pressure. So when I looked at Calm Mind to see how much PP I use, I'm like, oh, okay, I used it 6 times. So this was turn 6. Yeah, this thing has pressure, though, so I can't really rely on that. So I'm like, oh, when it continues to Calm Mind, and I actually just go for an attacking move. So now I'm behind, actually, in Calm Mind to the Suicune. Actually, I think I'm getting ahead of myself. I think I attacked this turn. Turns out this is actually only turn 4. So I'm like, okay, no, I'm keeping Calm Minding now. Okay, this is, I'm getting a little ahead of myself. So let's wait. Now I'm going to attack, probably. But yeah, this was actually I only got 4 Calm Minds up. I thought I had all 6. And that was, pretty bad misplay for me. And there's just another Calm Mind. So, yeah. We're just gonna keep Calm Minding, and now I'm going to attack at some point. Basically what happens is, when he keeps going for Calm Mind, I think, okay, that must have been turn 5. I must have just miscounted by 1. Turns out I miscounted by 2. Because I go for that, and then I'm like, okay, he's going to attack me this turn probably. Let me just go for a Soft Boiled, and he gets another Calm Mind off. So now he's at +6, and I'm at +4. Is basically what's going on, and that was really, really bad for me, because it's going to put me behind in this Calm Mind war. And yeah, looking back on this battle, I really didn't play this battle that well, and kind of embarrassed, but that's just, you know, you have to live and learn, and not be too afraid to show your mistakes. Fortunately for me, though, Clefable is a beast, and I still take that really nicely. He has +2 special attack on me compared to, well, special attack compared to me, my special defense. But now I do get my 5th Calm Mind up, and I'm going to get my 6th one up as well. He does get the burn, but it doesn't matter because I have Magic Guard. Actually, I'm thinking about it. I mean, if I had like the unaware Clefable, I would have been able to just destroy this matchup, but unfortunately I do have Magic Guard, which I do like as well because, obviously, the immunity to status moves like Burn. Not to mention, it allows me to use Life Orb for extra damage, and that's actually going to give me the edge in this matchup here. As you can see, he's not really... His Scalds are doing surprisingly little. That's probably because Suicune A doesn't have that much special attack investment. I do have special attack investment on my Clefable. He probably does not have any special attack investment on Suicune. Most Suicunes like to invest in bulk in their movesets instead of special attack. So, as you can see, his Scalds really aren't doing that much to me. And when I go for a Moonblast, and mind you, I'm also carry the Life Orb for extra damage, I actually do not terrible amount of damage to the Suicune, surprisingly. In fact, I think I'm doing a little bit more than he's doing with Scald. So, that makes me happy. Although, I mean, I have a couple advantages to him, as well as that. I have the 1-turn recovery in Soft Boiled. He has to actually use Rest to recover. And that he does have, obviously, Sleep Talk, but it's only 1/3 chance to attack me while he's asleep. However, this is probably going to be ended, and we both know this, by a crit. And whoever gets that crit is probably going to win the match. However, that's not actually what ends up happening, so you have to watch and find out. I know, this stall fest is kind of boring, but I have to get through it. Here we go. So I just keep going for the Moonblast, knowing that it'll force him to go for the rest at some point. He has to rest this turn. I actually get the special attack drop, too, which is kind of nice. Another side effect of my move, and another advantage that I have over the Suicune. So, yeah, he does go for the rest, which is fine. I'm just actually going to keep attacking him, knowing he's going to rest this turn. I can always Soft Boiled if he gets a Scald off the Sleep Talk. So that's what I keep doing, just to get that extra damage up on it. Make him have to rest, basically, when he wakes back up. At least that's my thought process this time. Still asleep, he ends up getting a Calm Mind, I believe, off this first Sleep Talk, which actually does restore special attack, so that wasn't too bad for him, because he gets that special attack back, and I just continue going for the Moonblast to get damage, because, you know, damage is good, damage is always good, and, yeah. So, unfortunately for me, though, I probably should have healed this turn. He does end up getting a Scald off this Sleep Talk, which actually means he can kill me, because, yeah, I wasn't really playing that well. However, at the very least, his Moonblast does put him in revenge-killing range, because now he's in red. If he wants to come and just kill me right now, which he can do if he just goes for a Scald, because he's going to wake up this turn, then that means I can revenge kill with Heracross, which is huge. And yeah, I'm actually not too upset that that's the way they ended. And hilariously enough, that actually criticaled me. So he would have actually killed me anyway. He would have killed me anyway. So it's a good thing I did go for that Moonblast, weakened him down to low yellow, and now I just have to hope a close combat can take it out, and it does. I get the Moxie boost as well, so now I'm thinking that I'm living large. This thing, looking at his team, nothing that he really has can take a close combat at +1. He does hope that Trump can do it, the Meganium, and actually Trump can, if you can believe it. I couldn't believe this either. I get off the close combat, it survives, although all he does is recover, and there's actually a good reason that he's doing this. I didn't understand the synthesis at the time, because I'm an idiot, and I don't know. Sometimes when I'm battling on stream, I just get, like, I just don't think straight. I'm just kind of trying to have fun and, you know, entertain the chat, I don't know. But there was a point to that, and it does lie in Dodrio, which is funny because it's basically the exact same as my Choice Band Dodrio set. And yeah, it has Quick Attack, and I should have switched. Knowing that Dodrio really can't do much to Heatran, I should have just switched into Heatran right now. But I didn't, and I got greedy and tried to kill it, and then I got Quick Attacked. And all those defense drops of Close Combat came back to haunt me. Fortunately for me, I do know that he is locked into Quick Attack. I'm just going to go for the Will-O-Wisp, knowing that even if he switches, that'll still do work against this Rhyperior. And hoping with the damage, I can now kill with Fire Blast. Sadly, I do have Fire Blast on this thing, not a more accurate fire move. I do get the Fire Blast on Heatran. Now, I know that this Dodrio should have absolutely nothing to really damage me. He is Choice Banded, but I resist both Flying and Normal. It's 2-stab stuff. And all he has that he can neutral hits me is Knockoff, which he goes for. But it's not boosted because my Hot Air Balloon was popped earlier. And then I miss Fire Blast. That would have almost certainly killed a weak Pokemon, a weak defensively Pokemon like Dodrio. And it kills me. But that still was very, very close. Still kind of salty about that Fire Blast miss. Would have killed and I would have won, but what can you do? I actually played really poorly in this match looking back on it. I could have... There's several things I could have done differently that... would have also given me the win, but it's still a good game there, Fulham. It just goes to show you how my Vietnamese Crystal team was able to survive and win, and I do like the fact that you used that team. Today's question of the day is, what is your favorite Pokemon music track? And I ask this because I am going to the Pittsburgh Symphony in Philadelphia to see Pokemon Symphonic Evolutions. I'm doing that next weekend, which, if you haven't heard about it, it's basically the Pittsburgh Symphony is playing Pokemon music from all the Pokemon games. It actually looks really cool, and I'm really looking forward to seeing it. But yeah, what is your favorite any track from any Pokemon game? As for me, I really like the gym theme in Red, Blue, Yellow, and I think that's still one of the most upbeat, awesome Pokemon tracks, but there's a ton of them. Actually, Black and White, for example, Pokemon Black and White had an excellent soundtrack. I think it was probably the strongest soundtrack overall in the series. But yeah, leave a comment about that. What your favorite music is. You can, if you don't know the name of it, you can just say, "Oh, it's the music that plays blah 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 blah." And yeah, I hope to see your responses, and I hope that if you like this video, you'll rate, comment, subscribe, and see you next time. Later.